one. Bondi. Hi, everybody. Hold on, I just need to pin what I'm doing. Promo code. Hold on. I'm very slow at typing. I look like a mom right now who like can't figure out how to use a phone. Okay. This is what we're doing. Welcome. I'm going to show you guys how I apply the Bondi Sands. I am very fair right now and I can't get out to the Hamptons because I have a new puppy, so I figured why not do it today and film it. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to have a moisturizer. And the reason you want to have a moisturizer is because when you put a tanning lotion or tanning oil or anything like in like the creasier areas and more dry areas, it gets like built up. So I like to use a little bit of moisturizer back there just to kind of like break it up and so there's not like a lot of buildup. And I like to do a little bit on my neck just to be safe, in the pits, and just like kind of wipe it in. And it doesn't matter what kind of moisturizer, you just want something that's going to be hydrating and it's going to kind of like let the tanning lotion smooth over, if that makes sense. Okay. The next thing you want to do, every single Bondi tanning foam comes with this glove, which I love because a lot of the times if you use your hand, the inside of your palm always gets like really gross and muddy on the outside, so this mitt is like a game changer. And I'm going to use the dark tanning foam, and I like this one. It's good for like olive skin tone, and it gives you like a really golden complexion. Like it's not like I'm going to walk outside and people are going to be like, oh, like you just went tanning. It's like a very healthy glow. So what I'm going to do is just show you guys how to properly apply it. I'm going to take this glove. I personally like to start with one pump because I like to build. It's like the same with foundation. I like to kind of just take it slow and build after I see how it looks. So I'm going to do one pump just like that. And I'm going to start with this arm. And I'm going to go in circular motions. And I like to bend my elbow when I'm applying it this way. It like does not get stuck in there. Oh, it also smells so good. It smells like coconut. I don't know how. I've truly never used a tanning lotion that smells good. They all smell like tanning lotion. And this one doesn't. Like at all. I think it literally says coconut. Yeah, it says coconut scent. And you want to go in circular motions. I'm really sore from working out yesterday, so it's hard to move my body. And you just want to make sure that you're blending it. It's like the same thing with makeup or foundation, whatever it is. Like you kind of just take most of your time blending. And I do something a little bit different for my hands, and I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so that's just one. And I think it takes about like 1 to 6 hours for the tan to build. And obviously the longer you leave it on, the more tan you're going to get. The same thing on the other arm. And you can already see that like it gives you like kind of like that goldeny tint. And I like to bend the elbow when I'm applying it. And this mitt is seriously like a lifesaver. I was always so scared of tanning lotions because they never came with a mitt. But this one is very good. One pump like this on the belly. And you always want to do circular motions. If I'm going to do streaks like that, you're going to see that. So you don't want that to happen. And obviously you can go as low or high as you want. Lately I've just like wanting my stomach and my arms to be tan because that's what I show the most. I mean, it looks like I'm just like really full. Just like standing here rubbing my stomach. Okay, next you want to make sure you get the neck and the chest, and just same motion. And the neck, you always want to be careful because like when you put your head straight, you kind of have those lines regardless of how old you are. So you want to make sure that when you're applying it, you get in there. And make sure that you rub it in. You do not want to see those streaks when you look up. I'm like honestly really blown away at how good this smells every single time I put it on. It just smells like I'm wearing like coconut moisturizer. And it's not overpowering at all. It's just like, it's like a clean scent. And you can do your entire body. And this is also very safe for your face too. I did it on my face like 2 months ago and it was perfect. So the thing that I do that's a little bit different for my hands is I like to use a brush because I want to get in between these areas. If I use the glove, it's too big and it can't do like a precise enough job. So I'm gonna pump it on like that. I'm gonna spread my hands and kind of just like paint it on. Because this way I can be much more precise. I can kind of like get it in my knuckles and really be strategic as to where I place it as opposed to just use the glove and just like kind of do like a free-for-all. So like everybody has those cracks in the side of their hands. We all do. It happens. But like in your knuckles, you want to make sure that you can get in there, and a brush really helps that. And this is more of like a densely packed brush, so it picks up more product. I don't even have to pump it again. I still feel how wet it is. You want to make sure you get your wrist on the side of your hand. And then you can kind of like go back in with the brush and just be very precise. You can kind of like blend it out in the elbow, in the crease, anywhere that you think it could get a little bit of buildup. So it's perfect. So then I see when I like, not that I'm doing this all the time, but like if I were to do this, you can't tell. And same on the other hand. It's gonna be tough because I am not a lefty, but blending it. Into those knuckles. And also a great trick after you're done is baby powder. Like if you aren't gonna, if like you don't have loose clothing, even if you do have loose clothing, it just helps to put baby powder over it. This way it kind of like locks in that wetness and it's not gonna transfer onto anything that you're wearing. So you can use baby powder, setting powder, whatever you like. I already see that like I look tanner. I don't know about you guys, but I see it. And also you can like contour with this stuff too. If you wanted to like give yourself some abs. I'm gonna try it. So you can kind of just like give yourself a little bit of that shadow. Is that where it's supposed to happen? I don't have them. We'll get there though. But that's why I love a brush, because you can be very precise about where you're putting it. I'm obsessed with this stuff. And it's not orange at all. It has more of like a brownish gold undertone. So you really like, you'll never get that orangey look. Not with this stuff. And they also do sell an eraser. Like if you weren't into it or it was like too dark, whatever it is, you can always get the eraser. And if you want to do your back, they sell, I think it's like a glove that has like a handle on it that helps you get your back. So, and yes, I love using this stuff in the winter. It's amazing. Like I said, I like using the dark because it doesn't make you look like you were like away tanning. It just makes you look like you have a healthy glow. So you could totally get away with using this in the winter. So typically what for me would take the most time is just the blending, because I am so crazy about like seeing those streaks. I'd rather sit here for as long as I need to with a brush and really just get into any cracks and crevices and just make sure that it's all blended out. And just make sure you don't get the palms of your hand, because like sometimes you see that streak in there. So it's more about just like taking the time, being very, very, what's the word? You just want to be very particular. You just want to go over it and just take your time, blend it out. And then in a few hours, I'm going to shower, and it's going to be like the perfect glow every single time. So again, I think you can even just leave it up to 1 hour and you're still going to see a glow, but the longer you leave it, the better the glow. Okay, so this is the bottle. It's Bondi Sands, and it's a self-tanning foam dark. I love this one. I honestly think it works for every single type of skin tone because it's not like super, super dark. It's just like a perfect glow. And it says coconut scent, and it truly does not smell like a tanning foam, which I'm very into. And they also post a lot of videos on their Instagram and all their channels on how to apply it and like different ways to use it, how to use it on your face. Like it's good stuff. So this is how I use it. I hope this was helpful. And if you guys have any questions, please DM me. And I did pin my promo code. It's just Michaela in all caps. And yeah, I love you all. Have a good night.